Hi guys, me Lucy Spill. So this is my second dipping my toe in the waters of true crime here, and I wanted to do my second. I did my first one on Liam Payne, and my second one is gonna be on River Phoenix. So let's dive in. Everything I talk about in my videos is my opinion only, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a drink of your choice and enjoy. So born on the 23rd of August 1970. He was one of five siblings, and his siblings included Joaquin Phoenix, Rain Phoenix, Liberty Phoenix, and Summer Phoenix. So his parents decided to join a cult, if you will, called Children of God, and they had very weird practices, like sleeping in the same bed as your child while you're conceiving a baby. So practices like that. So his earlier life wasn't great, let's say. He grew up in great poverty, and him and his sister Rain would go out and sing for people for money. Now, due to these weird practices that Children of God had, and River and his siblings were probably SA during this, they decided to leave Children of God and change their surname to Phoenix, which means renewal or rebirth, if you will. Now, River was always into music, but he decided to try his dab hand in acting, and I think we can all agree he was an amazing actor. So and his first well-known movie was Stand By Me, and as he grew more in Hollywood, it started to show more on him in interviews, etc., that he was on many drugs.
No, I started acting through auditioning and trial by error, basically.
How old were you then when you started?
10.
Was that so?
Mm-hmm. Television commercials, and then later you get cast in a film if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really explain why I understand what I understand. I just do. Mm. And to try to figure it out, I think, would kind of ruin it, you know. Mm. I want to leave it like a mine of gold, you know, without ever mining it, you know, and selling it. I don't want to sell it off. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to understand it in a way that will exploit the pureness. So I just leave it. I don't understand it, but I believe it.
You're a natural.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm saying it.
Okay, thank you very much.
So if alive today, he would be as big as your Johnny Depps, your Brad Pitts and whatnot. So yeah, what a sad, sad loss. What a sad loss. And of course, how could I forget, he'd be as big as Joaquin Phoenix, who's an amazing actor, Oscar winner, etc., which I know River Phoenix would be as big as his brother today. I don't know why I'm thinking of Leonardo DiCaprio here, but a lot of people, because they look similar and stuff like that, they do compare River Phoenix and Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. So as it was starting to show on him and in interviews and stuff that he was taking many drugs, he was in the middle of his movie Dark Blood at the time.
Nothing.
We should have taken the ranch wagon. Never breaks down.
My God. It's nice to wake up and have people here. I guess being a movie star, you must get a lot of, offers from women. You look nice in that. I need some help. Got to get this right or you'll never get out of here. You wouldn't want that now, would you?
No. At the time, which was supposed to be revamped but hasn't. So he was in the middle of that movie, and he had a conversation with his father beforehand, and he said he would give Hollywood a break for a little bit after Dark Blood. So some of his movies that he was in was Stand By Me, Running on Empty, which I watched with my mother, who now has Alzheimer's, unfortunately. My Own Private Idaho, Dogfight, Sneakers, and Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. Now, he was in a movie called A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon. Sorry for reading my notes there. A Life in Jimmy Reardon with Matthew Perry, and Matthew Perry and River Phoenix, God rest their souls. So Dark Blood was filmed in Idaho and New Mexico, meaning River was away from the Hollywood drug. We all know how drug fueled it is in Hollywood, so yeah, he was away from the Hollywood machine, if you will, for a while, and then unfortunately the last 2 weeks of filming was in Hollywood. So the director of Dark Blood, George, pardon my speech impediment, Sluizer, sorry. He did say once back in Hollywood, there was one time they were filming, and the River seemed kind of twitchy and stuff like that, and had to take a Valium in order to bring him down. And even though it was showing on him that he was taking hard drugs again, he was still an amazing actor. So after filming that day, the last thing he said to George, the director, of Dark Blood, was, "I'll see you tomorrow." So once back in Hollywood, he started, because he was so much more into music than acting, he started to hang out with Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who was also into hard drugs as well. So enter October 30th, 1993, River decided he was going to have a night out with his brother Joaquin, his sister Rain. He was also going to meet Flea there at the Viper Lounge, and wanted to play there with Flea also at the Viper Lounge, which the Viper Lounge was Johnny Depp's bar. I don't think it was a nightclub. It was a very underground kind of bar, but very famous. A lot of the Hollywood elite would hang out there. Also, his assistant was there with him, and her husband also. Now, when they were playing loud music and stuff, when he was in his hotel room, there was a complaint about it. But River was starting to look tired and stuff like that, and didn't really want to go out, but wanted to spend time with his brother Rain and Joaquin, who was really wanting to go on this night out, and also River really wanted to play with his friend Flea. Also, his girlfriend Samantha Mathis was there with them, and they all decided to go out around 11 p.m. to the Viper Lounge. Sorry guys, you know what I'm like, but Johnny Depp's bar wasn't called the Viper Lounge, it was called the Viper Room. Sorry guys, So that night, River really wanted to play with his friend Flea, but unfortunately, Flea he couldn't do it that night with him, and that really, really affected him. So the first person to notice that River wasn't really acting himself with his was his girlfriend. Sorry, guys, Samantha Mathis. She noticed that he wasn't acting himself. He came up, so he'd been in the bathroom and he'd taken something called a speedball, which is heroin and sorry guys, and cocaine. Sorry, that's speedball, or speed. Yeah, that's that's a speedball. I wouldn't know. I've never had one, but apparently, you either die or you have the best high of your life. Hi guys, sorry I had to get changed. I was way too hot, but anyway, back to River Phoenix. So as River sat down that night with Joaquin and Rain, they also noticed he wasn't acting himself. He'd also taken a Valium to try and bring himself down, which wouldn't have helped matters. So yeah, at that point he wanted to go outside for some fresh air. So the minute he went outside, he started seizuring, and yeah, it was really bad. And here is the very harrowing 911 call that Joaquin made.
You must get over here, please. You must get over here, please. Over here. Yeah, he's having seizures on Sunset and Larrabee. Please come here. Okay, calm down a little bit, okay? What's the address where you need it? It's Sunset and Larrabee. It's at the Viper Room. Okay, what's the address, sir? Do you know? What's the address to the club? Okay, sir. So calm down a little bit, okay? I'm sorry. It's my brother. Please come here. Where's your brother right now? He's laying on the cement. Breathing? I don't know. The last I checked, they said he was breathing. Is he breathing? I hope he's breathing. Please, he can't get over here with me. She's trying to give him mouth to mouth. Please get over here, please. Calm down, okay? No, I think he's had Valium or something. I don't know. Let's get over here, please. Yeah, slow down, okay? Where is the guy? Where the are they, you know? Please, get his dog, please. So slow down, okay? Okay, what? What?
I think we can all say how heartbreaking that was, and it's something he's never spoken about to this day. So he keeps that very close to his heart. So River's eyes were rolling back into his head and he was seizuring over and over again, and paparazzis would not leave him alone, and one of the last things he asked them to do was leave him alone. That was one of his last words, which is, whew, heartbreaking, guys, isn't it? So after the 911 call, obviously an ambulance did come, and that's where River's last words were spoken about the paparazzi. The paparazzi should have been leaving him alone at that point, but wouldn't. That's why I'm not a big fan of paparazzi at all. So on the 31st of October, at 1:50 a.m. when he was taken into hospital, he was pronounced dead. And the reason for his death is he had cocaine, morphine, marijuana, benzodiazepines, and something called proxifene. I don't know what that is, guys. If you could let me know, drop in the comments. But yeah, he had all that in his system, which caused his death. So over the years, rumours circulated about in Hollywood, obviously, about who supplied these drugs to him and stuff, but no one was charged in connection with his death. So River Phoenix died of multiple induced drug intoxication. That was the coroner's report on on his death there, which is really, really heartbreaking, guys. And the aftermath did show like an outpouring of grief from all of his beloved fans and whatnot. I will say, when I was a child, I did have a huge crush on him, but that was back when I was a similar age and I saw him in Stand By Me. But yeah, there was a lot of flowers left outside the Viper room, not lounge. Yeah, or is it? Oh, I got that mixed up. It's a Viper room, yeah. That's what it is, guys. Sorry. Johnny Depp also closed the Viper room for several years, actually, after River passed due to his death, and a mark of respect. Sorry guys, huge fact check. So Dark Blood was released in 2012. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Much love.